Jeremy Oliver here, standing with Jeremy Muller, the proprietor of Peccavi Estate in West Australia's Margaret River region. And we are going to be tasting, this is the main range for Jeremy's business, Peccavi. And this is a Sauvignon Blanc. It's labelled Sauvignon Blanc. It's from the 2020 vintage. It's in a clear glass bottle. It's in a Bordeaux-shaped bottle. Jeremy, what is this wine all about?
This is me trying to make, I guess, a Bordeaux-style white wine. So it's like, the American Fumé Blanc. We're trying to do something here that emulates what happens in Bordeaux. Because Margaret River, people think of Margaret River, well, it's the closest microclimate in the world to Bordeaux. Yeah. So this is like the classic white grape of Bordeaux. So what we're trying to do here is different to our other. We take basically, it's either 100%, somewhere between 95 and 100% Sauvignon Blanc. Sometimes there can be 5% Semillon, depending. But we're sort of, recently we've been going away from that. It's 100% French oak. It's also 100% hand-picked.
So is it all fermented in oak?
Yeah.
So it's 100% barrel fermented?
Yeah, which is very different from other Sauvignon Blanc standards. It's also the fact, I don't know who else actually hand-picks Sauvignon Blanc in this region, which is another quite a big difference with what we're doing with this wine.
Without wanting to sound too smart, this is to me a grown-up's Sauvignon Blanc. This is an adult's drink. It's not a pop wine like a lot of the cheaper Sauvignon Blancs that sort of do denigrate the variety's name. This is a dead serious wine. So we've got all that gooseberry, melon, lychee, just bursting out of this wine. And the oak is very, very gentle. It's very restrained. It's just supporting it.
Yeah, that's partly because we try to do about 10% new oak, and that's in 500 litre puncheons. And then the rest we're using old oak, which is a combination of old Sauvignon Blanc oak, but also old Chardonnay. So you get a little hint of vanilla you get through sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes in previous years I've seen some smokiness come through from oak, but I'm not seeing in this vintage. Yeah. It's more restrained, more reserved. Seriously, the sun is setting here. This is a sunset wine. I put this on the list at Lizard Island and confess I spent many a sunset while allegedly working at Lizard Island, training the staff, with this wine in my glass. It's just unbelievable. Sauvignon Blanc typically does not have great length. It's generally juicy forward, mid-palate, round, and then sort of stops on you. Whereas this one, and I think it's probably the oak helping to extend it a little bit, but also the quality of the site and the quality of this vineyard, the maturity of the vines and the balance therein. It just goes forever on the palate. The acids are refreshing but gentle. Yeah. The finish is quite savoury. There's a little bit of mineral, hint of saline sort of there at the finish, which just sort of makes you go back for another glass. Multitude. I mean, I could go for half an hour with food recommendations with this. But the thing is, if you just wanted a really high quality wine to sit and drink by, with friends by yourself, watching a sun go down like this, you won't do any better in this country.